a grand treasury, but on a dusty road back from the Crusades. It is the year 1192, and Richard the Lionheart, the celebrated King of England, is making his way home. Disguised as a humble pilgrim, his journey takes him through the lands of his rival, Duke Leopold V of Austria. A dramatic capture near Vienna changes the course of history for both England and Austria. The Duke, holding the English king hostage, demanded a colossal ransom for his freedom. This was a fortune unheard of at the time, a staggering 150,000 marks of silver. It was a king's ransom in the truest sense, and its payment would lay the foundations for one of Europe's most important mints. The sheer amount of silver that flowed into Austria was immense. Duke Leopold V suddenly possessed a treasure trove, a mountain of precious metal that needed to be put to use. What do you do with such wealth? You build, you fortify, and you create a currency to assert your power. In 1194, using this very silver, the Duke established a new mint right in the heart of Vienna. This institution, which we know today as the Austrian Mint or Münze Österreich, was born from a moment of high political drama. It was a strategic move, securing Leopold's legacy and providing the funds to construct new city walls for Vienna and the fortress town of Wiener Neustadt. The first coins struck at this fledgling mint were known as Vienna Pfennigs. These were small, functional silver pieces, not grand commemorative works of art. Their primary purpose was to facilitate trade and serve the economy of the growing duchy. The designs were simple, often featuring the Duke's emblem or a religious symbol. Yet, these humble pfennigs carry an extraordinary story. Every single one is a tiny fragment of Richard the Lionheart's ransom money, a physical link to a legendary moment in medieval European history. They represent the very beginning of a numismatic journey that would span more than 8 centuries, a journey of empires, revolutions, and artistic brilliance. From this dramatic and almost mythical beginning, the Vienna Mint grew in importance. It became the central mint for the Habsburg dynasty, the powerful family that would come to dominate much of Europe for centuries. The mint's fortunes rose and fell with the empire it served, producing the currency that financed wars, built palaces, and kept the vast machinery of state running. The tale of Richard the Lionheart silver is more than just a founding myth. It is the perfect starting point for understanding Austrian coinage. It shows us that from the very start, these coins were deeply intertwined with power, politics, and the great currents of history. For many centuries after its founding, the Vienna Mint focused on producing coins for daily use. The idea of creating a special coin just to mark an event was not yet common. Coins were primarily tools of commerce and symbols of the ruler's authority. Their designs were practical, featuring the monarch's portrait, their coat of arms, or religious figures like saints. These regular coins, known as currency issues, were the backbone of the economy. While they certainly provide a fascinating timeline of changing rulers and artistic styles, they were not intended to be souvenirs or celebratory objects in the way we think of commemorative coins today. They were made to be spent, not saved. The concept of a commemorative coin began to emerge slowly during the Renaissance. As rulers sought new ways to display their power and prestige, they started commissioning medals. These were large artistic pieces, often made of gold or silver, that were not intended for circulation. They were given as prestigious gifts to foreign dignitaries or members of the court to celebrate a military victory, a royal wedding, or the completion of a grand building project. These medals were the true ancestors of modern commemorative coins. They showed that metal could be used not just for money, but for telling a story and preserving the memory of a specific moment in time. In Austria, the powerful Habsburg emperors were masters of using art for political purposes. They understood the power of a well-crafted image. During the 16th and 17th centuries, they commissioned magnificent medals to glorify their reigns. However, these were still distinct from the coins used by the general public. It was rare for a special design to appear on a coin meant for circulation. The mint's main job was to produce a consistent and reliable currency. The idea of issuing a unique coin for a national celebration was still a few hundred years away, waiting for a time when national identity and public sentiment would become a more powerful force. So, for the first 500 years of its existence, the Vienna Mint's output was largely functional. The journey from the simple Vienna Pfennig to the elaborate commemorative issues of the modern era was a gradual one. The shift required a change in thinking, moving from coins as purely economic objects to coins as miniature canvases for art and history. The groundwork was being laid by the beautiful medals of the Habsburg court, but the true age of the commemorative coin had yet to dawn. It would take the grand celebrations of a long-reigning emperor in the 19th century to truly bring the idea to life. The 19th century was a time of great change across Europe, and the Austro-Hungarian Empire was no exception. It was also the era of long-reigning monarchs, and none was more iconic than Emperor Franz Joseph I. His rule, which began in 1848, would last for an astonishing 68 years. This long reign provided numerous opportunities for grand celebrations, known as jubilees. These events were perfect occasions to issue special coins, not just for the elite, but for a wider public. This period marks the true beginning of modern commemorative coinage in Austria, as the mint began to create beautiful pieces designed to be kept and treasured by the people. A major milestone came with the introduction of a new currency. In 1892, the empire moved from the gulden to the koruna, or krone. This monetary reform was a chance to modernize the nation's coinage, and it coincided with a growing interest in celebrating imperial milestones. The new gold and silver koruna coins were beautifully designed, featuring a dignified portrait of the aging emperor. While these were standard circulation coins, the stage was set for something more special. The idea of a Jubilee coin was taking hold, a piece that would allow ordinary citizens to own a small piece of imperial history and show their loyalty to the monarch. The most famous examples from this era are the coins issued for the emperor's 60th year on the throne in 1908. To mark this diamond jubilee, the Vienna Mint produced a series of stunning gold coins. The magnificent 100 koruna gold piece is a masterpiece of numismatic art. One side shows the classic portrait of Franz Joseph I, while the other features a glorious reclining figure of a woman, an allegory of fame set against clouds. This design, known as the Lady in the Clouds, is one of the most beloved in Austrian history. These coins were issued in large numbers, yet they were instantly popular as keepsakes of a historic reign. These Jubilee issues were more than just money. They were symbols of the empire's perceived stability and grandeur. They connected the public directly to the emperor and the imperial family. Other commemorative coins were struck for events like the silver wedding anniversary of Franz Joseph I and Empress Elizabeth in 1879. These coins, struck in both silver and gold, established a tradition that the Austrian mint would continue for decades. They proved that there was a strong public appetite for coins that told a story, celebrated a moment, and captured the spirit of the age in precious metal. This was the golden age that set the standard for all that followed. The end of World War I in 1918 brought about the collapse of the vast Austro-Hungarian Empire. In its place, the small First Republic of Austria was born. This was a time of immense economic and political turmoil. The old koruna currency suffered from hyperinflation, becoming virtually worthless. A new currency was desperately needed to stabilize the economy and forge a new national identity. In 1925, Austria introduced the shilling. This new money was a symbol of a fresh start, a break from the imperial past. The designs of the first shilling coins reflected this new reality, featuring republican symbols like the eagle instead of the emperor's portrait. During these challenging interwar years, the Austrian mint continued its tradition of producing high-quality coins. Despite the economic hardship, there was a strong desire to celebrate Austrian culture and history through numismatics. The focus shifted from celebrating the monarchy to highlighting the nation's artistic, religious, and musical heritage. The coin designs of this period are notable for their elegant Art Deco style, capturing the artistic mood of the 1920s and 30s. These coins helped to build a sense of pride in the new republic, reminding Austrians of their rich cultural legacy beyond the fallen empire. A standout example from this period is the beautiful 1935 100 shilling gold coin. This piece was not issued to celebrate a ruler, but to mark the 200th anniversary of the renovation of the Great Basilica at Maria Zell. Maria Zell is one of Austria's most important pilgrimage sites, a place of deep spiritual significance for the nation. The coin features a stunning and detailed depiction of the Madonna of Maria Zell, based on the famous wooden statue in the basilica. This coin is highly prized by collectors today, not only for its gold content and rarity, but also for its artistic beauty and its connection to Austria's religious heritage. These interwar commemorative issues demonstrate how coins can serve as a reflection of a nation's values. By choosing to honor figures like composer Franz Schubert or the Maria Zell Basilica, Austria was defining its new identity. It was a nation of music, faith, and art. The shilling coins from this era are a testament to the resilience of the Austrian spirit and the enduring importance of the Vienna Mint. Even in the face of political instability and economic crisis, the Mint continued to produce miniature works of art that told the story of the nation, bridging the gap between the imperial past and an uncertain future. After the devastation of World War II and a decade of Allied occupation, Austria regained its full sovereignty in 1955. This marked the beginning of the Second Republic and, honestly, a new era of peace and prosperity. With the economy stabilized, the Austrian Mint was able to once again turn its attention to creating commemorative coins. The shilling, which had been reintroduced after the war, became the canvas for a remarkable series of silver issues that would capture the hearts of collectors both at home and abroad. This period saw a true democratization of coin collecting, with beautiful silver coins issued at face value. Starting in the late 1950s, the Mint began a tradition of issuing silver commemorative coins, typically in denominations of 25 and 50 shillings. These coins were designed to celebrate a wide range of Austrian themes. They honored famous composers like Mozart and Strauss, marked the anniversaries of important historical events, celebrated the beauty of Austria's provinces, and commemorated the opening of new alpine roads and public buildings. Unlike the gold coins of the past, which were for a wealthy few, these silver coins were accessible to everyone. You could get them at any bank for their face value, making them a popular way for ordinary people to start a collection. The designs of these post-war shilling coins are, honestly, a joy to behold. They showcase a clean, modern style while remaining deeply rooted in Austrian tradition. Each coin tells a story. A 50 shilling coin might feature the Vienna State Opera. Another might celebrate the 150th anniversary of the Danube Steamship Company. And another could honor a Nobel Prize winner like Karl Landsteiner. Collecting these coins became a national pastime. It was a way for Austrians to learn about and take pride in their country's achievements, its history, and its cultural icons. The series created a comprehensive numismatic encyclopedia of modern Austria. This silver shilling series ran for decades, right up until the changeover to the euro. It firmly established the Austrian Mint's reputation for quality, artistry, and public engagement. The program was incredibly successful, fostering a generation of collectors and creating a lasting legacy of beautiful and affordable coins. These pieces are more than just silver. They are miniature monuments to the institutions, people, and places that define the Austrian Second Republic. They represent a period of optimism and renewal, captured forever in the cool, bright sheen of silver. In 1989, the Austrian Mint unveiled a coin that would become a global superstar. This was the Vienna Philharmonic, a bullion coin designed for investors but crafted with the eye of an artist. At the time, the world's most popular gold bullion coin, the South African Krugerrand, was subject to import boycotts due to apartheid. This created an opening in the market, and the Austrian Mint seized the opportunity with brilliance. They chose a theme that was universally recognized and quintessentially Austrian: the world-famous Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra, one of the finest musical ensembles on the planet. The design of the coin is a masterpiece of elegance and detail. The obverse, or head side, features the great organ from the Golden Hall of the Vienna Musikverein, the orchestra's home. The reverse side is a beautiful and harmonious arrangement of musical instruments: a cello, 4 violins, a Vienna horn, a bassoon, and a harp. The design, created by the Mint's chief engraver Thomas Pessendorfer, is so beloved that it has remained unchanged since its first issue. It perfectly captures the spirit of Vienna as the city of music, creating a coin that is both a sound investment and a work of art. The success of the gold Vienna Philharmonic was immediate and overwhelming. It quickly became the best-selling gold coin in Europe and one of the most popular in the world. Investors and collectors were drawn to its purity, its beautiful design, and its connection to Austrian culture. Building on this success, the Austrian Mint expanded the Philharmonic family. In 2008, a silver version was introduced, followed by a platinum version in 2016. Each coin features the same iconic design, making the Vienna Philharmonic one of the few bullion coins in the world available in all 3 major precious metals. The Vienna Philharmonic coin series represents the pinnacle of the Austrian Mint's modern achievements. It transformed the Mint from a respected national institution into a major player on the global bullion stage. The coin is legal tender, originally in shillings and now in euros, but its true value lies in its precious metal content and its immense popularity among collectors. It is a powerful ambassador for Austrian culture, a sound of gold that resonates with music lovers and investors around the world, proving that a coin can be both a reliable store of value and a thing of profound beauty. On January 1st, 2002, a new chapter began for Austrian currency. Along with 11 other European nations, Austria adopted the euro. The beloved shilling was retired, and a new set of coins entered circulation. For the Austrian Mint, this was both a challenge and an opportunity. Each Eurozone country was allowed to design the national side of its own euro coins. Austria chose a series of designs that celebrated its rich heritage. The smaller cent coins feature alpine flowers, the mid-range cents showcase famous Viennese architecture, and the 1 and 2 euro coins bear portraits of Mozart and peace activist Bertha von Suttner. The arrival of the euro did not mean the end of commemorative coins. In fact, it opened up a whole new world of possibilities. Under Eurozone rules, each country can issue its own commemorative coins in various metals, which are legal tender only in the country of issue. The Austrian Mint embraced this with enthusiasm, launching an ambitious program of collector coins in gold, silver, and other innovative metals. These new issues continued the tradition of the shilling era, celebrating Austrian art, history, science, and nature, but now with the technical capabilities of a 21st century mint. The themes of these Euro commemorative coins are incredibly diverse. One series might explore the life and work of Sigmund Freud, while another might take you on a journey through the history of the Austrian railways. There are coins celebrating the art of Gustav Klimt, coins honoring the abbeys and monasteries of Austria, and coins dedicated to prehistoric life. A particularly popular series was the Tales and Legends of Austria, which brought mythical figures from Austrian folklore to life in silver. These coins are not just currency, they are miniature, collectible artworks. each telling a fascinating story about the nation. These modern euro commemoratives are produced in limited numbers, making them highly sought after by collectors. The Mint issues them in different quality grades, from standard circulation finish to the highest proof quality, where the coins have a mirror-like background and a frosted design. This new era of coinage demonstrates the Austrian Mint's ability to adapt and thrive. By moving from the shilling to the euro, it found a new canvas for its creativity, continuing its centuries-old mission of transforming metal into stories and connecting the people of Austria and collectors around the world to the nation's vibrant culture. In the competitive world of modern minting, the Austrian mint has distinguished itself through remarkable innovation. It is not content to simply produce traditional gold and silver coins. It has become a world leader in pioneering new techniques and materials, pushing the boundaries of what a coin can be. Perhaps its most famous innovation is the development of bimetallic niobium and silver coins. Niobium is a fascinating metal that can be anodized to produce a brilliant spectrum of iridescent colors without using any paint or ink. This process allows for a stunning two-tone design. The first silver niobium coin was issued in 2003 to celebrate the 700th anniversary of the city of Hall in Tyrol. It featured a silver outer ring and a vibrant blue niobium core. The coin was an instant sensation with collectors, and it launched one of the Mint's most successful and long-running series. Each year, a new coin is released with a different theme from science and technology and a different colored niobium core. There have been coins with green cores for renewable energy, violet for fascination of light, and a yellow-gold core for a coin about cosmology. These pieces are a perfect fusion of science, art, and numismatics. Beyond niobium, the Austrian Mint has also mastered the art of adding color to its coins in other ways. In recent years, it has produced coins that feature high-quality color printing directly on the surface of the metal. This allows for incredibly detailed and vibrant designs that would be impossible to achieve through engraving alone. For example, a colorful creatures series features nocturnal animals with eyes that glow in the dark, a playful and technically brilliant feature. These coins are especially popular with younger collectors and show the Mint's commitment to engaging a new generation. These technological advancements are not just gimmicks, they are powerful tools for storytelling. Color can add emotion and depth to a design, while the use of a metal like niobium can itself be part of the theme, as seen in the Science and Technology series. Coins like the €3 Supersour series, which are printed with color and glow in the dark, make learning about prehistoric life exciting. Through this constant innovation, the Austrian Mint has secured its place at the forefront of modern numismatics, proving that an 800-year-old institution can still be a source of cutting-edge creativity and wonder. The long and fascinating journey of Austrian coins, from Richard the Lionheart's ransom to the glowing dinosaurs of the 21st century, is a story of history, art, and innovation. For more than 800 years, the Austrian Mint has been capturing the spirit of the nation in metal. These coins are so much more than just money. They are tangible artifacts of the past, miniature sculptures that fit in the palm of your hand, and vibrant storytellers that connect us to the great events, celebrated people, and cultural treasures of Austria. They are, in every sense of the word, a collector's dream. The appeal of Austrian commemorative coins lies in this perfect blend of tradition and modernity. A collector can hold a golden 100 Corona piece from 1908 and feel the grandeur of the Habsburg Empire with its portrait of the long-reigning Emperor Franz Joseph I. They can then place it beside a modern silver niobium coin, marveling at the brilliant blue core that celebrates the science of robotics. This incredible range is what makes collecting Austrian coins such a rewarding pursuit. It offers a journey through time, from imperial eagles to the shared currency of a united Europe. What makes these coins especially prized is their limited availability and guaranteed quality. The commemorative issues, particularly those in gold, silver, and niobium, are minted in strictly controlled quantities. This scarcity ensures they remain desirable and often increase in value over time. Each coin is struck with the meticulous care and precision that the Austrian mint is famous for, resulting in a product of exceptional artistic and technical quality. They are legal tender only in Austria, which adds to their unique status as national treasures, rather than just another piece of pan-European currency. In the end, the story of Austrian coins is a story about identity. They reflect how a nation sees itself and what it chooses to celebrate. From the imperial power of the Habsburgs, to the cultural resilience of the First Republic, the prosperous optimism of the Second Republic, and the innovative spirit of modern Austria, the coins have been there every step of the way. They are a shining testament to the enduring power of art and craftsmanship, a metallic chronicle of a nation's soul. For collectors and admirers of history, these beautiful objects offer an endless source of discovery and delight.